Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
What up?
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to Feats and Fables. We're
Feats
G.I.
and
Joe.
Fables.
Yeah, that's right. We're G.I. Joe actual play show. Thanks for joining us as a group of heroes face the wrath of nature and the sinister plots of Cobra.
I'm really glad you didn't go Wrath of Khan there.
We're slowly converting Cobra over to our side, though.
I mean,
One member at a
oh,
time.
Yeah.
You guys,
Progress
y'all
is
have
progress.
Yes, it is. Anyways, I'm Ben Heisler. I'm one of the lead designers of the Essence 20 role-playing system and the G.I. Joe role-playing game. I'm the GM, and welcome to my zany homebrew. Before we get started, I'd like to introduce our players and their G.I. Joes, starting with Joe Streaky playing La Voce, a battlefield leader officer.
Hello.
Then we have Coda of Codab Games playing Search and Rescue, a Beastmaster Ranger and companion.
Hello, everyone.
And better half. We'll just do it that way.
There you go.
There we go. We have Ron Frankie playing Sky High, a mechanized infantry helicopter pilot.
Helicopter pilot.
We have Dr. Andrew Huang playing Blockchain, a spy commando.
You know, Search has invested heavily into Monero because that's the future of cryptocurrency.
Nope. No, she hasn't. She has got way too many points and smarts for that.
Or does she have
I'm very interested, though.
Monero.
Enough points and smarts to know that it's a good investment. Finally, we have Backstage Lightman playing Twist, a sniper commando, and totally not a Cobra agent or evil person at all.
Freelancer.
But also totally a Cobra 8 double, triple, maybe?
Quadruple
agent?
Like, Paige cannot keep up with that much bullshit. Twist Mike could. I can't.
I mean, like, isn't this just like I couldn't play a Scorpion because we weren't playing 5 Rings, so I decided to play a Scorpion in G.I. Joe?
I do not know why I have been attacked like this at the start of the show.
You mean accurately attacked?
Mm-hmm.
I like
With
how you
truth.
911, I would like to report a murder.
I like how you say
Mine.
freelancer, like it's ideologically superior to murder people for
But-
money, as
okay,
opposed
but
to
Paige,
whatever
remind me.
Cobra believes in.
But Paige, remind me, we started playing 5 Rings, and which clan is your character again?
Which clan is every character I've ever played in 5 Rings?
That's not
in
true. You made Crab.
Did make it
Point.
crab.
Oh,
That
that's
one
right.
time.
Granny Hita is the exception that proves the rule.
I like.
Yeah.
I don't know what Joe's doing, but I love
he's
it.
like on the nose.
You'll
It is very on the nose.
Yes.
So
Just saying.
I have a thing I like.
indeed.
No, it's fine. It's just don't be attacked by the thing you like.
I just didn't know that y'all had recognized that the thing I liked I was doing.
We've been playing this for how long together?
A while.
A minute.
A minute.
Anyways, so our
Like,
team.
Coda's the new person in this group, and you've been here
10
a
plus
decade?
years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
over a decade?
Yeah.
he has yet to prove himself.
One day he'll
Someday.
stop being a child.
Someday I'll
Mm.
stop murdering all my parents. It's fine.
I mean,
I'll believe it when I see it.
I mean,
Yeah.
you say that.
Yeah.
Look, y'all, I'm
He has a thing he
Rescue's
likes to do.
parents are alive and well. Search's parents, they're dead, but they're also dogs. So they don't live as long. They died of old age. They lived a happy life. It's fine.
And then they went to heaven.
Doubt.
Just like all dogs.
That's
all
right.
dogs and cats and parakeets.
Truth.
Okay, I'm
Really,
trying
almost
to adjust
everything
it.
except humans.
You'll-
To adjust
we're
it so we can
special.
get the
Humans and
Search
blue
back here.
crabs.
Yeah, no, I can see Search. At least I don't know that
right
it's.
there.
I think I see. Oh, there. Yeah. Yeah, everything except humans and blue crabs, I think, automatically go to heaven.
Excellent.
What's wrong with blue crabs again?
Have you ever dealt with a live blue crab out in the wild?
No, but I guess they're dicks.
They're dicks.
Hot takes from Paige Lightman right here.
Right?
I'm a marine biologist. I know these kind of things.
She's
like,
qualified, fully qualified.
barracudas are actually very nice. Blue crabs are total dicks.
Okay. Fair enough.
Do you have to play a a mean baseline for the barracudas to be nice to you, though.
Or just have something
Ba-dum-bum.
flashy underwater.
Oh. Anyways, so to catch you back up on where we've been, in addition to watching past episodes, we'll also just do a little crawl here. Our team went above and beyond, completing their mission to save Senator Michael Cho from an earthquake and flooding in Santa Carla, California, which I've gotten right because I wrote it down.
I was about to say,
Mhm,
that's
mhm.
a first.
It's not a first. It's not a first. All it took was, train wrecking it once, and I've managed to keep it mostly on the line
Okay.
from there on.
Hot.
After they escorted civilians for the perilous mudslides around Mount Aziz, and witnessed a titanic confrontation between monster and machine at the base of the inactive volcano.
Still not sure which one was the good guy. We don't know.
For what's so weird? So are monsters. Arriving with their civilians back at the local mill mart, barricaded and serving as a safety point amid the floods, they discovered the power was cut off. Working their way through the big box store in the dark, they rescued more civilians and learned about a fiery creature preying upon the people that had taken shelter there. Eventually, they came face to face with this fiery fiend that was holding civilians hostage and immolating them after making them.
An aside here, this fiery fiend looks like kind of a dumpy guy in a one-piece bathing suit, like old style, like suspenders and shorts in one piece with like stripes on it.
I think whoever is in charge of. Wait a minute, we're not on a screen where we can show them. Excellent.
Oh,
Trust page.
It's true.
It was a little terrifying.
Of course, it was terrifying. It was a monster that literally made you move against your will and made you light on fire for doing so.
I've pushed the button.
Oh no!
He does not push it further.
I will say that monster attacked us, thus chalking up one in the monsters are bad category.
There is your One Piece flame monster.
That's
Like Twist is still not 100% convinced that this wasn't some kind of hallucination caused by like swamp gas
so.
Maybe like a really awesome prank by somebody.
or
Y'all,
a really awesome prank by somebody, like Dr. Mindbender sort of shit.
I just realized that it does have a crescent moon with 3 lightning bolts coming out from just above its crotch.
That's around its stomach, okay? If you're assigning that to be anywhere else, that's on you, bub.
These are high-waisted pants, I'll have you know. Shorts, whatever these
Okay.
are. This bathing suit costume.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyways,
Sounds great.
back to the recap before you end up taking us on another wild ride somewhere else, Mr. Toad.
Ooh.
They defeated it, and they found a strange surveillance device watching the affair and sending data of the encounter back to somewhere.
Which unfortunately also chalks 1 point up into the robots are bad category. So are robots or monsters worse? To be determined.
I don't know. This robot's awful cute, though, so.
It is super cute.
Crush it! I mean,
come on. You can't be angry at this device whenever it decides to show. There we go. You
I want
can't
to
be
open
angry
it
at
up
that.
and see what's inside, though.
Love is what's inside.
Johnny 5 alive.
Do you think is it something that could die?
I don't know. You haven't messed with it.
Unclear. Ask again later.
Just so the ASPC knows, we are not squeezing that cat. She just.
this is
makes
just how she
noises.
is.
Yes.
Which means that she's probably delivering us a present so that it can be recorded on
Ooh.
national television so that
That's good.
I mean, you act like
whatever
it's
this is.
weird, but from the cat's point of view, both you and Ben are making similar noises for like the next 2 hours.
It's true.
Yeah.
I don't think they sound as distressed as the noise that she's making.
I don't know. You make me make some distressed sounds when I'm running this game sometimes, folks.
Fair.
So,
Anyways.
with that,
So, finding this clue and stopping the threat, they turned the power back on, made sure that the civilians were taken care of, and managed to get some rest. The following morning, they leveled up. The storms have stopped outside, and you once again have signal on your HTB pads.
Yep.
and you have recovered and are able to call back in to report what's going on.
Yeah,
If you-
I will do that thing.
Right. So your HCV pad connects without any issue. It rings a couple times, and then Scarlet picks up on the other end. Scarlet, who is... I was like, wait a minute. She's still there. She's not covered up. Now I don't have to switch to another screen. I can just point out where she is on the background that is currently on screen.
She's the redhead.
She is indeed.
Scarlet, thank gosh. We've been having real trouble connecting to base over the last 12 hours.
We were wondering what happened. We received reports that Senator Cho and his family were dropped off in nearby Angel Grove. We were very concerned that we didn't hear back from you specifically, but great job on rescuing what sounds like not only the senator, but also a number of civilians that were in his house.
Yeah, it was a little more crowded than expected, but nothing we couldn't handle. We also encountered some giant monsters.
Some what?
Giant monsters. Giant monsters.
I'm just pleased that I rank below giant monsters on the list of weird things.
How would you describe this giant monster?
Large. It's like 40 feet tallish. Gold. Lots of gold going on. Fighting a giant robot, similar size, 40, 50 feet tall.
Just total silence from HQ. They're just struck.
Like tap tap tap. I think there's something wrong with this. You're not making any sense. This is garbled.
My favorite part is that
So
Ben removed his glasses to pinch the top of his nose. And even though Scarlet doesn't wear glasses, I feel like she went to go get some to take them off.
It was very critical in the moment.
She borrowed Roadblock's cheaters just to put them on.
It was extremely important in the moment.
So what else happened?
We fought a very strange creature that made people dance and lit them on fire. It was wearing a giant diaper. It was very unusual.
Go on.
Are you being held prisoner? Are you trying to signal that you need help?
We also captured a Cobra agent, so that's fun.
Oh, well.
That one's more normal compared to all the other stuff.
Excellent job on all three.
Maybe,
these monsters, did they seem like they were genetic experiments or some other type of nefarious creature that was created in a lab or the like?
Maybe. So when we defeated the strange diaper creature, it sublimated.
So you didn't get any evidence of the creature that we could work on in our labs?
No, like I said, it's sublimated.
Blockchain will pick this moment to pop up in the background and go like, "But we did catch this cool robot," and he'll kind of shake the box lightly, not too hard.
So hard, just like a chunk.
We had this cool robot, now it's broken into 1,000 pieces.
We almost had a cool robot, but then we couldn't take care of it. So
was the robot in any way associated with any of these? Was it? Please tell me it was the Cobra agent's robot, so that some of this will start to make sense.
Oh no! The robot seems to be alive or
sentient
in some way.
Scarlet, I'm gonna need y'all to come back in for psychological evaluation. You're sending out a team of
and
nice young men in white
I sent her
coats.
lots and lots of video evidence of all of this. It's been transmitting over the last several minutes.
You were not kidding about a flaming tentacle creature in a large diaper.
Yep, I tend to not kid about those. They are. It was an experience. It was an experience. I mean, I would ask if you were pranking me, but since I couldn't contact you, it seems unlikely. So
I wish that I could say that this was some elaborate prank that we set up as a training exercise, but no, it turns out that you were coming 1-to-1 with the weird. I expected this to be a simple emergency survival extraction, and you're ending up with monsters and robots and a trapped like.
yeah, it's very strange.
Have you interrogated this Cobra agent?
Yeah, a little bit, not a lot. It's kind of hard to do in the setting that we were in. So
But they're detained, right?
yes, absolutely.
Well, that's good at least. Well, do you have any clues or other information about where these creatures are coming from, or where this robot came from, or anything else that we can go on?
So there is a strange signal that the robot is emitting that we were able to remind me. We were able to track a signal. Am I making that up in my brain?
That's why
Yeah,
Angel
no.
Grove, I think.
Yes, you were tracking the signal. It is headed west. It is a strange signal, though. But you have the robot, so you can closely monitor that signal, as opposed to if it was something that you hacked into or something else.
Well, the robot is sending a strange signal. It seems to be going towards Angel Grove, as far as I can tell.
No wonder.
Wait, isn't it a standing order never to approach Angel Grove?
There are certain rules that we carry and that we observe about not going there. But I think in this particular instance, where you are experiencing many strange things, and you have clues leading you directly there, you said, correct?
Yeah, I mean, the signal is definitely heading in that direction. I mean, we haven't fully tracked it, right? We were having some signal issues yesterday to kind of fully track it down, but
Well, as you are the ones that have retrieved this robot, and by the time that you come back to the pit for a full debrief and analysis of the item, we may lose the opportunity to find out where it's sending this data and strange signal to. I would like for you and your team I would like to formally order you to investigate the signal and enter Angel Grove.
okay. So we're getting a little low on supplies. We'll probably need a drop.
I can arrange for that to happen on the city limits of Angel Grove.
And can we get a pickup for this robot? Blockchain holds up the box again.
Oh, you want to give up the robot?
Aren't we gonna need him to track the signal, though?
Do we?
I thought the robot was Paige's character, and we're going to turn over this Cobra agent.
I thought we knew where the signal was going.
Ay, ay, ay!
You know that it's going to. So to recap, you know that it's sending a signal of some kind back to Angel Grove, and you had picked up the robot and turned it over. And on the back of the robot, it did in fact say,
Emergon?
"Emergent tech, made in China, designed in Angel Grove, California."
We're detectives.
So did we need anything else from it, or
Well,
we just send it back to the lab?
You should hold on to it at least until you've investigated Emergent. As I understand, they have a very significant presence in the financial district there. But I've also seen reports that there's a fair amount of earthquake damage to Angel Grove as well.
Ooh.
So you may have less of an issue, particularly if the building is closed, in infiltrating it and trying to hunt down what the signal may have to do with these strange events.
Very well. We'll go investigate.
All right, report back with what you find out.
Will do. Thanks, Scarlet. Over and out.
And send in your request, and we'll make sure that the drop is provided at the city limits. I'll send you coordinates once I have the list.
Preparing the requisition forms now.
Joe, I just want to remind you that. Are you going to do this with a Cobra agent in tow or something?
Eh.
I'm just reminding you out of character. You get on with your bad self.
I informed her the Cobra agent, and she chose to forget it. So,
I mean, she also might just assume that where the supply drop is, there's going to be a couple people to take Twist away.
there might be I'm gonna play it by ear. I'm not worried about it. Whatever happens. It's all good.
I'm excited. I'm excited.
All right, so
That's our motto here at Feats and Fables. It's all good.
It's all good.
it's
Follow
fine.
us to
It's all good.
adventure.
Don't worry
It's
about
all
it.
good.
Fine.
Don't worry about
Also, curse your sudden but inevitable betrayal.
it.
What? Well, you do get off the line with Scarlet, and things here are moving in a positive direction. Since you have fought off whatever this fiend was that was causing such terror in the nights, the people that are
Flame
here,
diaper monster.
the people that are here seem to have quickly gotten control of the situation without this unnatural fear and unknowns going on, and you feel comfortable leaving them to continue picking up the pieces.
Good. We head to Angel Grove unless anyone has anything they want to do before then.
I start filling out requisition forms. It's gonna be great. Paperwork montage.
Fill it out in triplicate montage.
So, Vicky, I know we're headed towards Angel Grove, but I'm thinking we could do just kind of a little side excursion on the way there to, say, American Samoa, and leave me there?
Yeah, it seems like a lot of paperwork that I'm not interested in filling out.
Sure. Just wanted to check.
And
And here's real nice this time of year. You go too.
Listen, sometimes you make your choices, you take your lumps. I think this is kind of one of those times.
Okay.
So, Scarlet did bring up a good point. What exactly were you doing with Cobra out here?
If I understand correctly, she was killing people for money.
Pretty much. I
Any
was.
nuance there, or
No, they were concerned if after the drone strike, if it hadn't been a total kill, that if there were people running away from it, that I could pick them off. And I objected. These are civilians.
but they didn't tell you any more about their objectives there?
There's not a lot of trust up and down the chain of command. In fact, there's, in my experience, actually active bloodshed and sabotage to move ahead in the chain of command. One reason why I'm glad to get out. I had a feeling my number was going to be coming up soon. I had locked horns with the wrong woman.
Anything we should be worried about on this mission?
I'd be more worried about old Needle Eye. He is likely to take this personally.
Needle Eye?
He's a sniper trainer.
Oh, okay. So we won't see him coming.
I mean, ideally not. His name is Edward Nathan Lennox. He's some kind of English blue blood. and he's a retired Royal Marine sniper. He's got probably more kills than anybody else in the British military, and he's got a bunch of unofficial ones. He's kind of a cold, calculating monster, but he is an excellent shooter and an excellent teacher. So the woman I locked horns with is called Coach Whip, Marina Tapuska. She kind of expected me to blindly follow orders. In particular, I balked her in a case that was going to get my unit hurt. And I chose to preserve 12 lives rather than take out a single target. And she did not take that well. I went to Linux to try and intervene once Marina and I had gotten to the point where we couldn't talk to each other. And he basically told me to sink or swim on my own. This was a week or two ago, and I was pretty sure Marina was going to find a way for me to accidentally get met with a unfortunate battlefield injury or friendly fire incident. So that was
drone
another
strike,
week.
you know.
What?
Or drone strike, you know.
Or drone strike, yeah. I was kind of concerned going out in the woods with a bunch of goons that it was going to be, you know, paint the target, snap, twist neck, leave her at the site of the drone strike. Oops. So your timing on picking me up is actually very good.
That's a lot of dangerous names you just dropped there. Where do you come into the picture, Captain? Because you two know each other?
Oh, yeah, we're old friends.
Yeah, we knew each other before she got embroiled in all of this nonsense.
I got a family to feed. You know that.
Everyone does.
And let me assure you, these guys pay better than Romanian military.
Rescue is going to kind of pet Search on the head as a comforting mechanism to himself at the thought of being taken out by ex-military snipers.
What? Why I do that?
It's fine. We're all fine here. This whole situation, totally fine. Captain, we're all gonna die.
Yeah, I know.
Well, I mean, I've been kind of looking forward to a showdown with Needle Eye at some point in time. One of us is better than the other, and I'm not really sure who. As far as Coach Whip, she's just a mean, ambitious, ruthless, unprincipled force of nature. She's planning on moving up in the ranks. She wouldn't have the balls to actually come after me herself, but she'd happily send squads after me. Needle Eyes would want to take me on 101. Of course, I have no intention of fighting that fight fair.
That's a comfort, I suppose.
Listen, there's a lot we got to deal with. I think for right now, head to the drop-off point and go from there.
Sounds good.
Hi-Fi.
Oh, go ahead.
Or Sky High, how far out are we?
It's not too far. I already flew to Angel Grove to drop off the senator, so I'm familiar with the airways.
And Scarlet/Ben thought of something that would be far more efficient, which would be for your supply drop to be at the Angel Grove airport that you refueled and dropped the center off at.
What?
Okay, so we get an
Crazy.
update from Scarlet that this is the best place for the thing.
I will
Also,
fly
you know,
us to the
refueling and stuff like that.
Yep. I will only fly upside down for limited periods of time with plenty of warning.
Do you have to? Oh God.
I mean,
Okay.
If that
I've-
dog gets airsick in here,
I've got
swear
so
to
many
God.
points in flying. Flying normal. I get all weird.
Like, I want to ask you to make a, like a driving piloting test against everybody's toughness to see how many people you get to hurl, but I'm not sure we
I'm
want
gonna
to.
lose that fight.
Actually,
Amazing.
now that I'm level 4, if I see any crowds on the ground of civilians, I'm just going to plow right through them. Because thanks to my swerve perk, I will automatically not hit obstacles such as civilians.
Sure. How about the ground? Will you swerve and run into the ground?
I have to miss the ground on my own, but I think that's within my capabilities.
I don't know. The ground is a
That-
pretty fun target.
That's kind of like my entire job as a pilot is to miss the ground.
There are not many days that I feel like a petunia falling out of the sky, but Sky
Right?
High, this is
Throw
one
yourself
of them.
at the ground and miss.
Mhm.
Very important.
I mean, if you
Mhm.
want to get out and jog at any point, that is totally an option.
I mean, kind of tempted.
If you're the petunia, is search or is rescue the whale? Am I
Yeah.
getting the right reference?
You are, and
Yes,
probably.
you are. Yeah.
Ooh, it's been a minute. Well, so you make your way to the Angel Grove Airport. What are you picking up in your supply drop, folks?
Nothing.
Well,
Let's see.
you chose the wrong team to back there.
I am
Schnookums.
okay with this. I'm having a good time.
I will get a refill on my grenades,
Okay.
which is, and my grenade capacity has increased since I took the perk Pack Mule, which now allow me to carry almost 3 more pounds worth of grenades. Almost 3 pounds worth of more grenades, which
Ooh.
is 3 more grenades. I also requested the schematics so that the more tech-minded among us could, with a little bit of downtime, convert other grenades into grenades suitable for my launcher, if necessary. And I was going to request a auto mount for a sniper rifle for no apparent reason.
Just for funsies.
I mean, go for it. I think you do have to roll for that. You don't have to roll
Yes.
for your replenish. So peeling back the curtain a little bit, normally G.I. Joe between it or at the end of every mission, you go back to the pit, give your debrief, you then get your mission briefing, and you get your cat to stop chewing on your microphone cord. Anyways, you go back to the pit,
Never.
Do you though?
you
Yeah.
debrief.
He
Baby,
likes chewing on all kinds of string. Like
baby
he's
boy, you're
chewing-
gonna have to be set down because otherwise you're gonna walk on my keyboard and make all kinds of noise.
He likes chewing the little dangly balls off his cat tree. That is his #1 favorite activity.
Oh, Lily
Uh,
loves to do that. Big
Yeah.
fan.
So then you would get your next mission briefing, which we just had, and then you would get your new requisition phase. But since we're keeping the story rolling, everybody gets to everyone but Paige, who decided to play a Cobra.
Sociopath?
Cobra.
That's the name on the bottom of the check.
No,
I'm just-
it's not. You're not being paid anymore. You have silently
Well-
quit.
Ugh.
Yeah.
You're right.
She is acting her wage. Thank you very much.
Actually, the
I'll
way big
say-
corporations work, she might still be getting paid for a while.
That's
Yeah, they're like,
I haven't actually submitted a resignation. So there's
Exactly.
gonna be kind of an HR nightmare on there.
I can just
So much
imagine.
for your retirement plan now.
I feel like that just
Cobra
begs the
does
question,
not provide retirement plans.
how many days do you have to not show up at Cobra before they fire you?
It's not how many days you have to not show up before they fire you. It's how many days you have to not show up before they come and find and kill you.
Right.
Mm.
By setting you on fire, hence the
I
name,
mean-
firing.
It's the classical meaning.
One session, y'all are going to show up and be like, all right, here's your new characters. You're all HR and accountants and managers at Cobra who have to make some decisions based upon twists and the information.
Ooh.
It's can we get Paige's character fired?
It's our Halloween episode this year.
The most
The
frightening
Joes,
thing.
the Joes fight
Paperwork.
HR.
I like how you say that. Like now I have 3 weeks to come up with this, and I
Yep.
wouldn't.
Thanks for doing it.
We appreciate it. I assume I can still use my mummy costume from last year.
Yes. Yes.
you
'cause
you
we
are a
all
Cobra
go-
accountant in HR, so
I mean, if it's Halloween, it definitely is all in costumes. So just be ready for your district manager to be a werewolf, because that's what I got.
I'm liking the sound of this already.
well. So pulling this train all the way back on the tracks, I would like to acquisition a suit of tactical armor for rescue, or no, for search, but I would like to also get it a silenced tactical armor. So that
Quiet
does,
doggy armor.
yeah, that does a couple of things. So
All right.
it's a standard suit of armor, and it is a limited upgrade. So that makes it into a limited piece of equipment. But then because it needs to be outfitted for a pet, it automatically ups it to the next restricted level, which
Ooh.
in this case is restricted.
Ooh.
So it's a 15 that I'm looking to roll here.
All right.
Adding a little
15
razzle dazzle to it.
for doggo armor. I'm just going to remind you that you do have story points to spend in the event that you want to razzle dazzle your requisition tests.
I would like to do that because I'm not super confident about this. I've got
And,
a D4.
Okay, stand next to me when you do it, though. You get an upshift.
Ooh, please. That'd be
Really?
great.
Is that unlimited?
Every round, anyone who starts their turn next to me gets to pick a skill, and they get an upshift on that skill until the end of their turn.
I mean,
Damn.
I am sitting on a helicopter with you. Is that close enough?
I mean, I can imagine that you're all in this helicopter filling out your requisition forms on your
Mhm,
battle
mhm.
pads.
I
Snuggled
insist,
up, snuggled up together.
I
Yeah.
insist on flying with my feet while I fill mine out.
Before
Lavoche leans over occasionally and be like, "No, you definitely want to put this under. You want to make sure that you claim 3 dependents."
spending the story point before you roll is a specialization, right?
Yes, but also
Uh,
Lavoche's special be a hero power helps her teammates and allies get better gear.
How does
Mm.
that work? Let's see.
Lets you do a
Well,
just a
so
reroll
Ben,
instead.
at this point, I feel compelled to tell you
Yes.
that I am a green shirt
Uh,
with a hang up
Ooh.
that says
Uh-oh.
other Joes cannot lend you assistance on skill checks
Unless they're also green shirts.
unless they are also green
It's
shirts.
so weird that you're a green shirt. 'Cause
Oddly
you're like
enough,
the
I'm a
least-
green shirt.
You're the least military out of all of us. But yeah, you are saved from your drawback in this case, which is good.
yes. How convenient.
Meow 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 meow
I
meow.
am
meow.
also one of those things.
All right. Well, there you go.
Roll well. We all want Search to have a good day.
So
Right.
specifically, Mike, my Be Hero does is you may spend a story point during equipment assignment and requisition to give a member of your unit an edge on requisition check.
Ooh.
Ooh.
So instead of whatever it normally gives you, now it gives you, well, you could spend 2, I guess, to be specialized, but it gives you an edge, probably the better use in general of a story point.
Yeah, I think Edge is better than
Yes, I think so. Okay, so
Specialization.
now I'm a D6 with edge. I think that's all the bonuses I get.
And 1 upshift if you're sitting adjacent to me.
Which done.
Yeah.
Hmm,
Whoa.
Well, you got 2 rolls.
You do got 2 rolls.
Sure, you can try it again.
Or wait, was one of your requisitions the armor and the other one the silent upgrade? So don't you have to requisition the armor first and then requisition the silent upgrade, or do you just roll once?
You would roll 1 at a time. So the 13 beats the 10 required for the armor. So now you just need to make the roll.
Hooray!
Hooray!
And that's good. And that's good because if you do fail the next one, at least you'll have something.
Right.
But you'll have the armor and not nothing.
So do the bonuses don't apply to the second roll though?
Well,
They
the
do
upshift
not.
applies to all rolls.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay, so
Then
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 you'd have to
What?
spend another story point to
We-
get the.
Yes.
We'd have to spend another story point if you wanted another point of edge, which
All right.
I'm fine with doing. I mean,
Are the current story points accurate? Are we down to 3 now, or did we go back up to 5
So
and now we're down to
you
4?
start each session with 1 per player character, so 5, and then you spent 1, so you're perfectly at 4.
So we get 5 because we get 1 for search, but not 1 for twist.
You get 1 per player character,
Oh, okay.
regardless of what side of the battle they're on.
Fair enough.
Okay, so then since I have now the armor, the upgrade is also just limited, so it's a difficulty of 10.
No, because now you got to use the chart.
Yes, because now you're modifying an item, so you're using the chart.
Gotcha.
So it'll be 15. Why don't you wait to do your second roll till other people have done their rolls?
Sure, and we'll see what we've got left from
Let me
there.
see what we've got.
I'm fine with that.
All right. So I am going to attempt to get a sniper rifle auto mount for no apparent reason.
For
This
no apparent reason.
This is also a 15. No, yeah, it's a 15, and I'm just going to roll without using a story point because on average,
You get an upshift.
the sweet upshift.
Sweet upshift.
Bam.
Woo, bam.
All right.
All right. Automount got.
I don't know what I'm going to do with it. We'll find out when we get to the airport, I guess.
Yeah. We'll figure it out.
All right, who wants to go next?
Blockchain has requested his bespoke Joseph Abood with the stealth feature installed, please.
Ooh.
Is Joseph Abood a designer?
Yes.
A designer of what?
As a designer of suits and other
Oh.
clothing, really.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, when it shows up, he'll sort of gesture at the front of it. They put dark buttons instead of brass. That's the Abood signature.
You know, I'm starting to
When
root
was the
against
last
you getting
time-
this.
When is the last time you actually wore a suit in real life, Andrew?
Like probably like 20 years ago at this point.
That's why we play this game page. Some of us because we
I
want to
was
see
just
justice
wondering.
done in the world. Other people because they want to roleplay wearing a suit.
You know, I just remember we did play that Night's Black Asians game that, is
Yes.
remembered for the gelato, but the number of sessions that you spent suit shopping.
Getting linen suits.
So
I mean,
beautiful.
if you're
Like,
in
beautiful.
Italy, you have to get at least a couple suits.
Do you?
It was very
Surprisingly, they're
impressive.
not cheaper in Italy. You would think so, but no.
Hand worsted linen. That is all I have to say.
I don't even know what that is. I
It's
don't even know what
almost
worsted
it's
is.
almost a real
It's a kind
thing.
of sauce,
Almost.
right?
Almost a real thing.
Yes, absolutely a type of sauce. That's
Worsted,
Uh.
right?
I can't even. I'm gonna roll for this now. It's a 15. I'm not even sure what we agreed that it'd be which skill does this proc off of?
This is armor.
So it was going to
It
be
doesn't actually have any kind of armor
finesse.
to it.
You'd have to roll finesse, acrobatics, not brawn, might, or athletics, whichever one you're best at.
All right, I guess it'll be finesse then with an upshift, is what I heard.
Yes, for
Yes.
being near Jenny.
For being
Okay.
near your officer.
Big money, no
No
whammies.
whammies.
Maybe I should burn the story point for this one because I'd be really upset if I didn't get my suit.
Well, you have 2 rolls.
Oh, do you? Well, but that.
I mean,
But you
you
got-
do have 4 story points, so I mean, burn them while you got them. I don't think we've ever seen the bottom of the story point barrel.
That
so.
is true.
Said to Ben as he.
If necessary, I can
together.
crash this helicopter to earn us another one.
Oh, good.
I would crash in the helicopter in this one.
I feel like y'all are cats like screaming for story points when there's so many in the bowl to begin with.
Okay, I'm just
Some
going
of
to
the
burn the
food is
story
there.
point. What does that give me? It gives me
Edge.
edge. All right.
Edge on the roll.
Yes.
If only
Edge
Ben
up.
ever gave us story points.
Yeah, it never
Doing it.
happens.
What could go wrong?
Big numbers.
Oh yeah,
Woohoo!
dang! You're
Yes.
gonna look nice in that.
I am going to look real nice in that. It is sharp. It is well fitted.
It's a good thing you had Edge, buddy.
Yep. Otherwise, you'd be looking at a 5.
I would have been super sad.
Well, you just weren't up to Joseph Abood standards.
I mean, few
Does he
are
look
really.
like that guy from She-Hulk? Because in my head, that's what I'm seeing. is
I
that-
haven't actually seen that.
The problem is the GI Joe requisition officer would go back to the warehouse, and there'd be 40 bespoke suits in blockchain's exact measurements, but they're
Yep.
like, no Joseph Abood, and just walk back.
This is made specially for 2 blockchains measurements. So
I like-
it's even more complex than that.
I like to think that if you fail instead of what is it, Joseph Abood,
That's true.
you'd
Be like
get
Perry Ellis.
Joe Abood.
Joe Boo.
I was about to say,
Jimmy.
like Tommy
Jimmy Boo.
Hilfiger.
Ugh.
It's the same suit.
All
Is
right.
it though?
Is it
But
though?
it
No,
you're
doesn't have
down.
those dark buttons instead of brass buttons.
That's right.
Ugh. I mean, get out, really, honestly. Ugh.
And
How can
I
we live this way?
can we just hand wave that it comes with a pair of Salvatore Ferragamos?
I
Sure.
mean, obviously.
Excellent.
Obviously.
Those Ferragamos are going to look beautiful running and sprinting and hiding across the battlefield.
Look, you got to look good while you're doing all your running and hiding and sprinting across the battlefield.
Got to look
Uh-huh.
good to do good. Plus, this pair is actually well adapted for trouble. Really,
Yeah,
Combat.
I mean,
Yeah,
none of
yes.
this is
Most
authentic.
Ferragamos are. I mean,
This was all made by the 3D production facilities based on designs that they stole from these people. So you should send them a commission check when you get paid.
here I will drop. This is Bloomingdale's, but we'll just drop it in the chat anyway, so that people are aware.
All right, we're down to
Which-
3 story points.
How is this
but we
going
do have a
into?
nice suit in Ferragamo.
Yes. No, things are going well. Lavoce, what
Yeah.
would you like to get?
Hmm.
Link dropped.
I was thinking of getting a kit that was for
Oh.
persuasion. I'm trying to think of a good kit, right? I have the skill necessary to get a restricted kit. I was trying to think of a
Ah.
good, what a good kit for persuasion would be. Maybe a set of credentials, government or some such that would.
Ooh.
That could work.
Um,
Maybe corporate credentials for, say,
Yeah.
Some sort of
Or-
falsified ID that you could have go through some sort of background check.
Or if you're just trying to make a good impression on someone with a social check, could be an edible arrangement.
Mm.
This
That's
time,
true.
though, you'll want to make sure that there are more than 3 white chocolate covered pineapple pieces.
Weirdly,
That was
Or
the downfall of a Power Rangers team, I heard.
or hear me out. A mini gelato stand.
Ooh.
weirdly, guys,
that's true.
if we are going to Energon, no, that's the Transformers. Emergon.
Emergitech. Or was it Emergent?
It's emergent.
Emergent.
If we're
It's
going
like
to Emergent,
Emergent with no C at the end of it.
if we're going to Emergent, then they do now have this blanket no edible arrangement policies after an incident a few months ago.
That's true.
Those
So
are
the best
good
part.
cookies, right?
So this is the best part. A restricted kit doesn't get consumed. So if I get an edible arrangement, it's an infinite edible arrangement, guys.
It's basically an account with edible arrangements.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just constantly dropping edible arrangements on people. They don't even know.
Do I still have the kit that I got earlier?
I mean, I assume that you do, unless you spent it, and it's
Okay.
Yeah, I think I have a series of IDs, right? That I could use in a variety of different circumstances to convince people of my truthiness.
Okay.
Go for it. Do you help yourself?
Credentials are on the menu. What? Since this is restricted, what do you need to roll on it? A 15.
15.
All right.
And I will spend a story point to give myself edge.
Do you get an upshift?
I don't think I do. I don't think I'm my own ally.
You do not encourage yourself the same way you encourage others.
Ugh, it hurts.
Boo.
It hurts so much.
It's unfortunate.
You
Jenny,
spend
you
all this time lifting other people up, and you get home to your studio apartment, and you make
Nailed
your
it.
Jenny crushed the roll though.
Oh well, yeah. There
Nailed
you go.
it.
But it's a really nice studio apartment.
Yeah,
Well
apparently.
lit.
I was gonna say where you go and have your, instant ramen, but apparently you're getting real nice ramen, I guess, because you believe in yourself. I don't know.
Oh, I get
this whole
delivered
thing
ramen. It's like I
falls
have a chef
apart.
come in and make some beautiful ramen.
Time well spent.
Just imagining our Halloween game where they're just like, can you imagine that they're paying for their GI Joes to have nice studio apartments and have ramen delivered?
And they haven't just a charge account at Edible Arrangements, and it's just paid off some black budget project. It's an endless budget.
If our agents find out about this, we're fucked.
The
There's
upside
nothing they're
though,
going to be able to do.
at a certain level of edible arrangement subscription, they just send you more edible arrangements to thank you for being such a dedicated edible arrangement customer.
And those are the ones we eat because technically we didn't have to pay for them.
And then
Yep.
we cut back
Mhm.
to Twist going through the brochure. What?
All right,
Become a GI Joe today.
I'm going
Twist
to
didn't
try.
even understand what she was giving up ultimately. Infinite edible arrangements was on the menu.
I'm going to try and upgrade my electrokinetic field generator to an accelerator suit.
Okay.
It sounds incredibly dangerous.
It
It
does.
sounds
Well,
like it's from Ghostbusters.
my odds of getting it are not great. Let's see. Boom!
Nice.
It was a 15 again. So, and I get a free upgrade on that because of my class, which I'll just keep the same one I had on my hex mesh, where I can do a little shield thingy.
Okay.
So now I'm all bulked out. Now it's heavy armor. Oh
Are we
yeah.
gonna have to replace the seats in the helicopter?
It's got a little thing that pops out of the ass to sit on.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
All heavy armor's got it. You got to do a lot of sitting when you walk around in heavy armor.
I thought it just locked up and then you were just like relaxed inside of it. Like what the dwarf armor that's, that's just in chill out mode.
Well, that works if you're standing, but not if you're sitting.
That's
Because
true.
so you got to have the little thing that pops out of the ass to lean back on. But yeah, standing, I can just have it freeze up and take a nap, and it totally looks like I'm still on duty. I love this armor. All right.
All right, so that's 2 from Ron.
Yes.
And that leaves us with 1 for everyone else? No.
Mhm.
Armor was
Koya.
Coda's on both, right?
No,
No,
No, Coda
No,
hasn't done
Coda
his
I
didn't do
second.
did not roll my second one.
but
I think we're at a good point to do your second. How many story points do we have left? We have 2?
I did not use mine. So 2, yes. The answer is 2.
Thank you for your sacrifice, Ron.
Hey
Wow.
Joe, what was the kit that you just got?
I got a persuasion. I got a restricted kit
Hmm.
based on persuasion or based
I
on
see.
persuasion. Yep.
Right.
Okay, so I'll do my second one.
Oh wait, you have to choose a specialization within persuasion for it to apply to. It doesn't
Yep, which
apply.
is truth. Which is truth in my case.
Truth. Okay.
Just a bunch of truth bombs.
If the truth would kill them, let them die.
Mm-hmm.
Whew.
Damn.
If it
I
can
need
be
a fan.
Cold.
If it can be destroyed by the truth, then it should be destroyed.
Yeah, sure. Sounds good.
I'm just assuming that
All
there's
right.
some weakness in this box now.
So I'm gonna roll my athletics to get this stealth upgrade for Search's armor,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna spend an edge
Mm-hmm.
to get a specialized or edge
Story point to get edge.
So my
Yes.
question is it is it your stat you're rolling or is it her stat she's rolling?
So I rolled rescues only because
Wait, what?
Search's biggest weakness is she does not have a thumb to manipulate a pen.
Ah, I see.
Fair.
But you tell me,
yes.
like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. Whichever one's better is what I was going to recommend. But
They're exactly the
'Cause-
same.
well, I was like, let's get this dog some armor. But if you're going to just have the same stats, then you do what you do.
Madness.
Ah!
Oh my
Oh,
God.
dang! They
They-
even got some of that
That's
piping.
20.
Somebody at HQ is like, wait a minute.
No
This
dogs
armor's
die
for a
on my
dog?
I'm in. I'm so in.
hours for a dog. We better throw some extra razzle dazzle on there.
Quick, get the bedazzler out.
It is full on bedazzled. That's how it's so stealthy. Is all the bedazzling you see.
Just sequins as far as the eye can see.
Mm.
It looks like Liberace's canine armor.
Like you do.
All right. So that was your second pick. What do we have remaining on
I have a
Tuesday?
pick. I don't have a good option for it, so we may talk about what we could use as a group, but maybe a portable 3D printer, just for funsies.
Yeah, but it's still gonna take hours to print it, and you have to have the STL files. Like,
Then after it gets done printing, you have to clean it off so that you get all the details right.
you
like-
gotta,
Actually,
you gotta
I
shave
will-
it down.
Like,
Isn't
I
it one of
would
those
not-
ammonia things, right?
I would not turn down some throwing knives.
That we make in the 3D printer.
Yay!
That's the beautiful thing about a 3D printer. It's whatever we want it to be.
Exactly. And if it's print metal, let's look.
Wait, could it even be a boat?
It could even be a boat.
A portable 3D printer with enough materials such as plastic, metal, rubber, and even foodstuffs to print simple items like keys, masks, or keys.
It could
A
be a
3D
very
printer
small boat.
Generally takes 30 minutes to print an item, so after 30 minutes we'll have a throwing knife, and after a couple hours we'll have a handful of throwing knives.
Amazing.
It's amazing living in the future.
Well, can it print grenades for me?
No.
I mean, can you make a grenade with the things I just listed?
No.
Does not
Stuff-
make your
food stuff was
chemical
on the list, so
components
maybe.
for that. Nope.
No.
Nope.
I feel like the GM is telling us yes with
Drawing
his eyes.
a line at making grenades with your 3D printer.
Because I would just duct tape that thing to my grenade launcher. Problem solved.
All right.
Yeah, I can try to roll on some throwing knives. What would that be?
Use the attack stat, so I believe it's targeting for throwing
Targeting.
knives.
Okay, well, how rare are throwing knives?
They're really basic.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. I think they're a little bit above basic.
They're a limited availability or athletics sidearm projectile.
Oh, is
Okay.
it athletics? I thought you could do them with targeting. Hang on.
I mean, the classification is athletics, but I would say you could use either, given that for range, like
Alright.
Thrown blade says targeting. Are you sure you are reading the chart right?
which page are you looking at?
142
142.
thrown blade.
Third option down.
Thrown blade. Okay, there we go.
Are there more choices?
So I was on small thrown weapon, which is the same page a few down that says throwing knife as an option.
Oh yeah, there it
Oh,
is.
wow.
And
Wow.
it says athletic sidearm projectile, and I was like, but I don't think she has the brawn D4 to be thrown around throwing knives.
I do have the bronze before.
Oh snap!
I've had
What?
all the rifle around.
Well, no, the small thrown weapon would require athletics to throw. The thrown blade requires targeting.
Yeah, no, it's
So I
interesting.
throw on D2, not D4, but still.
Well, then it's a good
Sadly,
thing.
the conversation is
Ooh.
moot because I rolled not bad on that roll.
Well, that's a thing.
It is
That's
kind of
okay.
interesting that throwing knife can be others, but that I like that kind of flexibility.
Yeah.
Lavoche, come on now. Way to
What?
joke.
Her heart just wasn't really in it. She was like, throwing knives?
Seriously,
Really?
I considered getting
Hmm.
handcuffs instead, so
We've got zip ties from the hardware
I was
store.
about to say, you have zip ties. What do you need?
yeah,
handcuffs
hard.
for?
I mean, like, but that's the handcuffs are an extra 10 difficulty to get out of. That's significant.
true.
That is notable.
I mean,
Why don't we discuss ways to secure twist during our 10-minute break? And then when we get back,
What?
we can tell our viewers what we came up with.
I mean, that
Hmm.
is certainly a way to steal my segue to the break. So I'll allow it.
All right.
We'll see everybody
Sorry.
back here in just a few short minutes.
I know you like your transitions.
I enjoy my transitions, but you know what I enjoy? I enjoy sharing moments with everyone. Someone let it slide this time, you motherfucker. So, that
I'll write
said-
that on my notes. Don't transition anymore.
uh,
Or
that
face
said,
the wrath of Ben.
Yes.
We'll be back in a few short minutes with your requisition pickup, and then off to emergent tech.
I'm sure it'll be
Excellent.
fun.
Yay.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Nothing could go wrong.
What could go wrong?
Mhm.
Yes, just like that.
Exactly. Right. That's how you go back. We've got to
Welcome
go
back,
back.
everybody. Welcome back to Feats and Fables, a G.I. Joe actual play, where we have finished our requisition tests and are on our way to Angel Grove Municipal County Airport to
Shins.
pick these things up, refuel, and continue on our way, tracing the signal that will likely lead back to Emergent Tech, which is headquartered in Angel Grove itself, the forbidden land for G.I. Joes, because weird stuff happens here.
It's not in our jurisdiction.
I just picture the high level GI Joe Power Rangers like conference meeting about where they're laying down this treaty of stay your asses out of Angel Grove.
Oh
an
no,
indulgence.
there's one GI Joe that's allowed to go to Angel Grove, but they call him Spooky. That's his call sign.
What's
He's
the deal with
seen
that?
some shit.
He's seen some stuff.
Hmm.
He's basically where case files go to die.
Where what?
Where case files go to die.
Oh, Spooky Mulder.
I didn't say that.
Hmm.
All I said was spooky, and where case files go to die. Like you're
Please
putting
don't
words in
sue
my
us,
mouth.
Fox Entertainment.
You were a card-carrying member of the X-Files fan club back in the day.
So wait, should we contact him
You were
on
also
our
like 12, but
HTF and see if he can give us any intel?
HTB.
HTB, sorry.
I like how now we're making that. You know what? Sure, you can totally call him after I get done finding some images on the internet real quick to do that NPC.
The
Alright.
nature of running a game online. It's like
you might want to
maybe
look for Fox
desperately
Mulder lookalike
Google.
because
desperately
that way
Google.
you won't get sued quite so
Yeah, I'm
easily.
sure that they'd come down on us with the full force of the law. Like it would just all be we'd have someone show up at all of our places of work.
FBI.
There we
Anyway,
go. That's close enough, right?
yes.
Perfect.
Amazing.
But I think we got a little bit more requisitioning to do.
Oh, did we have more
True.
requisitioning to do? I thought we'd fixed all of that. All right, what's the last? What do we have left on the agenda?
No, we had done the doggo, but there's still some humans that need
Stuff.
Oh, all right. What was missing? Last I heard, we were getting throwing knives and failing at it miserably.
My heart just wasn't in it, you know?
Sometimes that happens.
So blockchain is going to attempt to requisition the a computerized version of the Steyr A2 pistol.
Okay.
I like stair pistols.
Space gun.
Space gun.
In compact. So compact.
So compact.
I'm trying to figure out how my stair could be automated like that. Not coming up. Over the shoulder mounted gun.
So this would be what do I roll for this? I think
So
let me use technology
I
because
think technology is what you
Yeah.
roll for that
Okay.
because you're computerizing.
Mhm.
computerized. Okay. No, mouse pointer, come back from the other screen. Come back.
No. It's gone
This is
there.
there.
This
Oh,
time I
no.
have only one screen. It's a doozy, but it's only one screen.
All right, here we go. Big money, no whammies.
I believe.
15. Ah!
No, look at all these high rolls.
Yay.
Nice.
Well
Pretty
done.
hot. Pretty hot. Computerized.
Computerized. I'm sure it won't get hacked and turned against the rest of us at any point.
Oh, it's
Nah.
fine.
silent and computerized. What could be better?
Nothing could be better.
So you're saying you could just be reading a book and your gun will kill people?
Yes.
You won't even
Yeah,
notice.
possibly.
I get the impression that it's like a Boston Dynamics dog drone that walks just. It can't leave his side. It's got to be right there.
You
but
won't
it's
notice
got the-
or be able to stop it. So
That's right.
Mhm.
I can't stop it. No one can stop it. In
Why would
fact,
you want to try to stop the signal? No.
Slaughterbots.com.
The Boston Dynamics people really don't want people putting weapons on their robots.
yeah, they're kind of against it.
But people
Uh,
are totally doing it as much
I
as
was
they
about to
can.
say.
Yeah.
mm,
It's nice to want things.
it is nice to want things.
like there's a whole company that makes basically Boston Dynamic drones with machine guns on them.
Man, we live in an awesome future that totally isn't going to play out just like in the movies.
Right?
Listen, I'm stockpiling bottle caps. I don't know about you chumps.
What? I thought we were supposed to be stockpiling wine corks.
I misread the memo.
Nope.
We all have some
All right.
obscure future currency.
That's right.
You know, we each collect one. Therefore, when the apocalypse does happen, we pool our resources, and we're in whatever apocalypse we end up in. We're good.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
like
Do we
this
have any
plan.
other acquisitions?
I'm going for gold plus Lathnum. Oh, I'm sorry. We were talking about this game.
I mean,
That's-
don't let it stop you.
That's not exactly the dystopian future. I think if we end up with Star Trek world, we'll be doing just fine.
You're
Unless
not
we're
wrong.
the
Truth.
Ferengi.
Haha.
I think the Imperium eventually we like tricked the Ferengi into doing it our way anyway.
The Imperium?
I
You
mean
the
the
Federation?
Federation.
The Imperium of
Whatever.
Man.
Same
So-
thing.
Slightly-
I don't think
slightly
that's the
different.
future we want. The future where there's only war.
Yeah, that's
there's
not a great
robo
future.
zombies that are
So-
chasing us.
Just when you get a moment, go to the. I'll put this link in chat. It's ghostrobotics.io.
Is this something that we should talk about in our porch lag in roughly, 43 minutes?
Yeah.
Yes. Very, very true.
Freaking terrifying.
All right, I fly us to the heliport at the local airport.
All right. Well, there you sit down. Things are unlike last night when you landed here to drop off the senator and family. Things are more organized here. They have blocked off the areas where they blocked out the runway that was damaged from the earthquake. But the helipad is still fine, and they have a secondary runway where things are still flying in and out. And so you're able to sit down, and they start the refueling process as your cover for the helicopter covers for you. And you head over to one of the my brain's blanking, the place where airplanes
Hangar.
Yeah, there we go. It's like the place where airplanes sleep.
My favorite place.
The appropriate answer is, what is a hangar?
I mean, yes. I'm glad that my brain was like, the place where airplanes sleep. I'm just like, that's not helpful at all. But it got us there. You head to one of the nearby hangars where there's a bunch of goods, and there is a large, heavy armored case that has been set up, and there are a couple of very nice looking soldier individuals that are sitting nearby. You clear with them that you are Joe's through your proper identification. Question, is
Ooh.
Twist coming with you, or did you leave her with the helicopter?
Hey, Lavoce, as training for our mission coming up, you should try and get past these Joes with using your new fake identification.
Why?
Just to see if you can do it in a real world situation.
But
I
how
like
do you
how
use
we're-
truthiness to fake things?
Ignoring the whole twist conversation here.
There was a whole twist conversation. I didn't hear anything about
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I thought that's what this big metal box was for. We were gonna put Twist in.
Yeah,
I
you
like it.
open it up and it's just like the goo that Sylvester Stallone was in at the start of Demolition Man. You know, after they got him out of the giant ice block.
Yes.
Seems just accurate. I mean, I think.
That's not so bad a fate twist.
We would bring Twist. I mean, like, I'm not trying to hide anything here, so I don't think I have any reason not to bring Twist.
All right. Well, so you go to pick up your stuff, and the very nice soldier gentleman there say, "Well, we're here to take care of your Cobra prisoner."
Oh, good, excellent. Well, she's right here.
Great. And they start moving forward with handcuffs.
This is all in bed. I have nothing to do with this.
Oh,
I mean, it is setting
Hang
up
on
the
a second.
opportunity for you to say, "No, we're holding on to her because she's
We
vital to the
might need
case."
we might need help from her to figure out what's going on with this. I mean, that was a giant robot and a crazy monster. But
Andrew, you have a story point for helping me out here.
we might
Lift it. I'm not.
we might need everything we can get, even though she doesn't seem to actually know anything about this whole situation.
Not a literal dang thing.
I mean, if she is being hunted by those other snipers, do we really want to send her directly to G.I. Joe headquarters?
where she'll be perfectly safe.
Or she'll be
Soda.
100% safe? Probably.
How horrible would that be? And they probably wouldn't kill us to get to her.
Oh,
There's so many
no.
downsides.
It's so bad for us.
Thank you, Rescue. Ah.
I can't do anything about these guys.
Here, let me try this a different way.
Okay, go,
Raise
go
your
ahead.
hand if you would like Paige to be able to play with us.
Wow, Joe. Wow.
I go play 7 days to die.
I think
I mean,
that
Oh,
character
this is-
choices need to mean something.
Oh.
And here we are.
I think it. No, I see the way that Lavoche is playing this. Twist will feel more grateful if Lavoche gets her out of cuffs rather than just lets her tag along. It's a learning experience. So we gotta trust Lavoche on this.
Okay.
Lavoche is one cold honky.
So, if we're playing it that way, they go to put handcuffs on Twist.
what's in?
And then they put handcuffs on Twist.
Okay,
Wait,
sounds good to me.
I thought we needed Twist.
Wait a minute.
Don't we need help from Twist?
How likely is this that it's a Cobra? All of this is some kind of Cobra trickery. I think maybe we might
That's
need
everything,
her.
though. That's everything.
I think maybe we might need her.
True.
Take those cuffs off of her. I'll keep her under my control for now.
They look amongst each other and then at you and nod and say, "Yes, ma'am," and take the handcuffs back off. Step back.
Thanks, Jenny.
They present to you your gear requisition, has everything inside that you requested, and you gather these things. They watch you take the prisoner away. Again, very confused, heads tilted a little bit to the side, like, that doesn't seem right.
Yeah,
But-
and they're not unlike dogs. It's fine.
But you're G.I. Joes, you know what's best.
Excellent.
So, with your stuff, your helicopter refueled, and your prisoner in tow, you get back to your helicopter.
Pocket square firmly in place.
Hey, Lavoche, my box happened to have this sniper rifle auto mount stuck in it for some reason.
Ooh, that'll
Really?
go great with my sniper rifle that I have.
All right, here, you can have it then.
Excellent.
Like Like it's like trying to look and crane your neck.
Monstrous.
Where'd that? Man, I've been trying to get my hands on one of those, but I keep getting told no, you're not on the priority list for them. They just handed you one.
Well, of course they did. We were GI Joes. They fund us in a myriad of different pleasant ways.
It came with this edible arrangement.
No, you're underplaying it. It came with this card to edible arrangement that never runs out.
Oh,
It's
Bottomless
platinum.
arrangements.
It's platinum on the top. Platinum
That's
written
a
in
different
plastic.
product.
Platinum.
I feel like at this point I do need to say hashtag not sponsored. Just to be clear.
But
Not a sponsor. We just really love them.
totally sponsor us, edible arrangements, and shower us in edible arrangements.
I can just imagine we'll pick up the edible arrangements sponsorship, and then we'll be like, all right, how do we work edible arrangements into Transformers? Energon arrangements.
We'll work it out.
I believe in us. We're creative people. We'll
Yeah.
The current wiki that we're dealing with works for an edible arrangements delivery company. They're the driver for it or whatever.
Sounds great. You have fun with that there, Coda.
Thanks, Ben. Thanks.
This gift I give freely to you for your campaign. Speaking of gifts freely given for campaigns, once you set off with all of your new gear, heading towards downtown Angel Grove, you can see that there is some damage that is here as well, but it doesn't look nearly as bad as it did in Santa Carla. Don't have they're in a different tab, and I don't know where that tab is. I just have to trust myself not to say the wrong thing.
Carla, like my coworker.
It's a little scary. But you are able to quickly get to fly around the financial district where some of the roads are closed, and there is a police presence out. And you see Emergen HQ, this tall white building with lots of glass. You can see that there are a lot of there's a lot of broken glass. First of all, I took you there. Excellent.
Picture this, but with storm damage.
There's a lot of broken windows, and there are not people walking around outside. But past that, this is what it looks like. It might look familiar to some of you that watched our other campaign.
So what do you think? Want me to land on top?
Does it have like a? It might. We'll take a. We should certainly check to see if we can land on top. That'll certainly be more convenient.
Ooh, I hope it's like really hard to land on top.
You know,
Okay, I mean, it's fair for you to hope that, I guess.
A quick question: how many of us, if we landed on top, actually look like that we should be showing up at this location? Versus would read as an armed raid.
I think it's down to you and Search.
Look,
right?
Blockchain, we all agree you look fantastic in your suit, okay?
Hey, I look awesome in my new suit also.
It looks like he's operating a power loader.
That's right.
It
If
does.
there's any...
That's exactly what
Listen,
it is.
our odds of fighting an alien queen have gone up
It's like-
recently.
yeah,
That's all I have to say.
It's like that really old movie Aliens.
It is like that really old. Was that in black and white?
I think so.
Probably.
You know it's good when the glasses hit the desk.
I had a
Like,
friend
I
that had
didn't
that
hit the
Sorry.
floor.
Right.
No,
This
they're right
is
here on the desk.
Quarter century old. No.
No, it's more than that. It's
Like
practically
35-year-old
So-
movie.
So instead of making all of our viewers feel old about our landing situation,
Yeah.
So yeah, you know, there's a bunch of broken windows. As you get up there, there are quite a few satellite
Over
dishes
40
up there. And some of them have also taken some damage, but it looks like most of them are in good condition. And there's also a helipad. Unfortunately,
God damn
a
it.
couple of broken satellite dishes have strewn across the helipad. Via
You know,
tricky landing to not.
I have to say, it looks like something really terrible just happened here.
It does. I take a
it's
look around. What's going
storm
on?
damage, isn't it?
Does it look like this damage is typical storm damage, or does it look like a rampaging water monster did it?
You look around, it looks like this is more consistent with natural damage than anything else.
So, what is your proficiency with diagnosing building damage from monsters?
Generally, if the monster's still there looking at me and throwing satellite dishes at me, I diagnose it as a monster-related issue.
Got it.
Some would
Otherwise,
say excellent.
So
Excellent.
I
yes.
mean, can we land there even with the satellite dishes?
I don't know, Ron. Can you land there?
Can
I
he pull
mean-
it off? Can he?
I think I should lower some people on the rope to clear the helipad.
Yeah.
I know. I talked big, but really, when the lives of other Joes are in my hands, I tend to be more cautious. If
I
it was just me and
imagine
the
this being the fumble that is heard around the world as you try to land the helicopter. And
I
it falls.
will remind
It's just-
this group one day, many, many years ago, Ron Frankie decided his character was going to throw some dynamite.
I had almost no chance of failing.
Almost none.
Almost none.
None survived.
By one, do you mean 25%? Because that's what it was.
I
was-
am
no. I think I had to roll 1 on both d4s or something.
I am more than happy to rappel down there.
I can't remember. My chances of
Well, when
everyone
it's
to-
no longer going to be an exciting roll, you're able to rappel down there and move out of the way without any
All
problem.
right.
Okay.
I'm sorry, everyone.
I was like, he wants to show off. Quick, I'll stretch to make something to show off with,
Right.
and then that's fine. That's fine.
A sudden gust.
A
I
sudden
mean,
gust.
I appreciate it, but I mean, I figure at some point there will be a giant monster. I'm gonna have to like fly underneath its swinging arms and stuff.
I'm sorry.
Oh, that's what I should have requested. A missile for my helicopter.
I'm sorry. A sudden gust. Do we all need to assume our Star Trek bridge?
Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
All right, so I suggested landing on the top, but that doesn't necessarily mean that's the best plan. Is that what we're gonna do? Just
Heck
land
yeah.
on top and go inside? I mean, it's not a bad plan.
Or maybe we could reconnoiter. There's lots of broken windows, and we could like swoop around a little bit. I like swooping.
Do you think you might be able to remotely access their system blockchain, their security system?
Let's see what I can get a hold of from here.
All right. So we will chill on the roof while you do your thing.
Oh, I was hoping that you'd swoop around and you could use eyeballs to look and see what you could see while I attempted to catch some signal.
That's true. It might make it a little. I mean, we might expose ourselves,
Okay.
but we also
But
might not.
Landing on the roof is going to be super stealthy, though.
Well, I mean,
did you get the stealth?
is that what my
helicopter?
role is to see how lightly I can land? Because I can land it
Ooh.
super lightly, like so lightly.
Yeah, it's the sound of the blades that's going to give us away. I think.
Well, but there's always helicopters flying around.
That's true,
So,
especially in
like-
a disaster like this.
Yeah, I don't know if that by itself would be enough. I mean, if someone is on the roof, then it'll be very obvious.
Yeah.
But if they're like 20 floors down or even 10 floors down, they'd have to be specifically on guard, I think, which
There
there very
is-
well might be.
Not a person nor other helicopter on the roof.
Oh, that's good.
All right.
I mean, if there was another
Um,
helicopter on the roof, Ron was going to be like, "Ooh, is this an upgrade?"
That's true. Yeah.
Does it
Is
have
there
the-
and I feel the need to ask this. Is there any sort of non-person on the roof?
I don't like.
Is there a Hydra hiding up there or something?
Is
Ooh.
there some sort of
Cryo Hydra, or
is there
are
some
you,
sort of
like, trying to
monster wearing a
be-
bathing suit? I just want to be absolutely clear.
Just having a good time.
This is how you get the oyster monster back.
Yeah.
Oh, please no.
Oh,
Please no. Just by the very mention of it, I started taking ongoing 10 psychic damage.
Actually, since this is an emergency, if there's any cool helicopters on other buildings, maybe we could
We're not
requisition them.
stealing people's helicopters.
All right, fine. Let's focus on the task. Blockchain. Be
all
awesome.
right. Let's see if I can get into a security system from here, or something that would give me cameras on the inside, or anything useful like that. So we'll call that technology.
Yep.
Yep.
Sounds good to me.
And something involved in the area of security. So I'm going to claim some edge here.
Sounds
Et
good.
voila!
Hey.
El Plemo.
Did I click twice? I can't even tell what just happened there.
Uh,
No, the 19 was for
no,
the
the 19 was from
acquisition.
your earlier roll.
Yeah.
Okay. I know this. This is a Unix system.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
this is
good.
totally a Unix system. That's supposed to mean words to me, right?
Unicorns in the exalt. Keep going.
Ah, got it. All right.
Have we
well,
not watched Jurassic Park? What kind of unwashed plebs
that
are we?
ancient film called
Yes.
Jurassic Park?
An ancient movie film.
I want to point out that Alien is like 40 years old. Alien's old enough to have teenage kids.
Alien came out in '86.
Alien?
Came out in 79.
Oh, yes, this is very
Yeah.
true.
Well, it's not like I saw aliens in the theater or anything. So
True. True.
Okay, that's good. That's good. I'm glad you didn't do that. I don't know why you felt the need to say it out loud, but
I
you know,
just thought I might.
okay, that's fine.
Someone
Doesn't
else
want us to
I
think
saw
he's really old.
I saw Alien in the theater with my dad.
That was a curious choice.
Okay,
for
so let's go back to the port.
tell
Let's
the
go back
story
to
of
the
Portland.
yes.
So yes, back to this game. You are able to get into the. So you're trying to get into the security system. So you're able to get into the building security system without too much problem. So what are you looking for in here? You have access to
Cameras?
you have access
Yeah.
to doors on the ground floor and also on the roof. You have access to elevators. You do see that there's a fair amount of things that are powered off. But you still have views of most of the building. As you cycle through the cameras, you see that there are some security personnel on the ground floor, but there do not appear to be people in the offices in the sections that you flip through. Looks as if the building is closed, and there's a small group of security folk that are stopping people from getting in.
Yeah, no looting.
Are there signs of? I'm going to be mirroring this to people, but are there signs of destruction or mayhem on the other floors? Because all these broken windows and so forth.
There is certainly, so it's hard to capture on the cameras because not a lot of the feeds are pointed towards the windows. But you do see evidence of some storm damage.
It doesn't look like an attack. It looks like weather.
It does
Severe.
look like severe weather, probably the
Plus earthquake.
probably the lessened effects of what tragedy befell Mount Aziz.
Yeah, it looks like all structural damage from the earthquake or something. I don't see anything else too weird here.
What does little buddy think about it?
I don't know. I'll peek inside the box, I guess.
Whoop, whoop.
Blockchain looks inside. What's he doing?
As soon as you start opening up the box, the camera lens leans out his shoe like, and
Oh God,
He's just hanging.
he's just hanging.
it leans on the edge with its stubby little arms and just looks up at you. Its camera, like its lens twisting and focusing.
This is a problem, and yet you're adorable. Ned, go back in there. And gently nudge it back in.
And it keeps trying to
Wait,
crawl
yeah.
back up like it wants to.
what if it wants to like tell you something or?
What are you trying to say? Actually, I'll try to communicate with it. I'll be like, I'll try to send the message.
1
like,
0 0 0 1 1
0 0 0 1.
Okay. You.
You do what?
It's fine. I was prepared for this. We're
Hey
good.
guys,
Oh,
I'm a professional.
okay.
I'm a professional GM. I get paid to do this. Don't mind me.
You're
Just...
great.
No, I'm perfectly fine. I'm just gonna say at least Joe had the decency to warn me that he was gonna talk to animals last time I played with him. But it's just like I can talk to the robots.
Maybe it will take me a moment to talk to the robot. In the meantime, I'm gonna be like, hey everybody, it looks like there's some damage here, but I can't tell what else is going on. But I am curious about those powered down machines and whether or not the signal will go to them or something like that.
Yeah, can you locate what's receiving the signal?
Yeah, I'll look around for some sort of antenna or receiver or some kind of device that looks like it would be where they might receive a signal like this.
Because
There
if we
are
can
a-
find out where it's going to, maybe we can trace a wire back to whatever machine is going.
That's true, because that's how technology works nowadays. You follow the wire.
I agree.
There are a number of large antenna and satellite dishes on the roof of this building.
Can we triangulate? Right?
Sure, you triangulate it as coming as you're able to work the triangulation down to being building.
Right her.
Wait, really? It's. you
Can
think you-
we? What would be the three-dimensional equivalent of triangulate?
It's still
quadrulate?
Because like, could we
Yeah,
at
Yeah,
least
it would take
Decahedrates?
4 points.
can we at least determine like the height of the signal?
Sure. It is headed towards the top of the building where the satellite dishes are.
Excellent.
You can also tell that the feed is going into the building again, somewhere up by the top floors.
All right, we got it localized to at least a couple different places. Although I don't see anybody there, so I don't know what's going on.
I mean, it's better than our last mission where we just had to search Connecticut. That took a long time.
That was
Mhm.
terrible, especially
So,
Hartford.
so if there's nobody on those floors, let's go dig around and look and see what we find.
Hmm.
I guess so.
No
What
work
do you
like
think, little
legwork.
buddy? Looking
Whoop,
down into the box again.
So a message pops up in response that says, "Please return. I have work to do, friends."
What kind of
Oh.
work? Tappity tap. I'll broadcast this out as audio to everybody.
Monitoring
Monitoring us?
for strange transmissions on the frequency.
Wait,
Is that
is
literally
this
the sound that
is
it
this
just
thing
made?
talking now?
I don't know. It made a series of sound effects that sound like really mechanical, maybe robotic, but nothing that I've heard of before.
It's popping up on you. I believe you sent it a message to communicate with it, and so it turns out it responds and it says monitoring the, and then it pops up with basically wingdings,
Okay.
and then it says "Boo" signal.
That's just weird.
Yeah, it is weird.
Well, come with us and you tell us if you hear any more of those signals. Huh?
Are you qualified?
Yes, very qualified.
Someone asks if you're qualified. You
Yup,
say
100%. Make me roll
The-
my deception, please.
The lens kind of tightens, like not so sure about this, but yeah, no. If you're excited to roll deception, by all means.
I'm gonna call this a bluff.
I would believe that.
Seems like a good plan.
You know,
Yeah.
betraying the trust of robotic children. Go for it.
Make me feel bad. Yes.
Lort.
You did.
Lort
this,
is
didn't you?
right.
Just now.
I
You did
listen. I have a
this.
minor in lying to robots.
Oh,
he really does.
You clearly do. If you rolled a 27 on it, you monster. So yes. Okay, great.
Well, I think our friend here is gonna be a real help. and I'll hop it out of the box at this point and just kind of perch it right on my shoulder.
With your shoulder-mounted gun.
I mean, on the other
Shoulder-mounted
arm.
Guns.
Yes,
You have two of
gun.
them, like Doc Ock over your shoulder.
You know, I was just assuming at this point that he put the tiny robot on the same shoulder, and now the tiny robot is just manning the turret.
By
It's
the
like-
time this is over,
It's like my tail gunner.
Yeah, basically. All right, so you now have a robot deceived to trust you. Congratulations.
This is great. I'm sure he'll warn us if something terrible is coming, or if you hear that signal, right?
What do you warn us? We're qualified. We don't need to be warned.
You're qualified, friend.
His tiny heart is going to be broken when he realizes you've lied to him.
You know, life one thing at a time. Maybe his batteries will just run down. It'll be fine.
This is a problem for future blockchain, is what
Or
I'm saying.
maybe blockchain will become the lie.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Blockchain is all about short-term gains.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Wow. All right. Sounds good to me.
sure,
Well, so,
nothing will come of it.
Sure, no comeuppance whatsoever.
All right. So yes, you have control of the security system. Once you land, you can tell the security system to unlock the roof access, and you're in. Unless you'd prefer not to be in. I don't know what your plan is, but
What is our plan, La Voce? It looks like we got access, but
To
the
figure out where
signal's
the signal's coming from.
all right.
That was our orders, to figure out where the signal's coming from and see if it's related to the strange monsters we've been encountering.
True.
I think we're going to find them in tanks, kind of suspended in goo, and they're going to be
Ooh.
still, but when we look away, they're going to move.
Or when we turn and put our faces real close to it.
Mhm.
Either that, or
I
it'd
would
be
never
just
do
like
that.
the place on lower decks where they store all the evil computers, and that's gonna be what's running this place.
what are you saying, that I would just lead you to the Daystrom Institute? What? would I do that?
The
So-
answer is yes.
So you have access. I'm gonna assume you move forward unless someone wants to stop me.
No, I'm happy to move forward.
All right. So you open up the roof access door and go down. The building itself is on emergency lighting, so there's not a ton of light as you descend. And you find yourselves soon on the 50th floor. The doors here do respond to the security that you can open up, and you see that it is the executive floor for Emergen Tech. And you do not see anyone else here. But you do see large offices that have been quickly cleared out, and very little storm damage up here.
I have a checkered past.
Yes.
My checkered past allows me to gain an edge on smart skill tests when looking for weaknesses, flaws in security, or hidden items.
Okay.
Ooh.
Or D, all of the above. I would like to make an alertness test to check out security systems, flaws in security systems, and to see if I can find hidden items.
Sure.
You're going to find someone Snickers.
I mean,
Delicious.
At least you get a candy bar.
I mean, I'm not complaining.
Nice.
I'm into it. That's dang.
So
Oh, and I
you-
forgot to roll with edge after
Well.
all that.
why don't you see if you can beat your 21?
I mean, sounds good. I just need to roll another d20.
Well, let's see if you beat the 18.
Nope.
Nope.
Sweet.
All right, so you look around. This is not your first time unless it is your first time, in which case you can tell me, of raiding a corporate office for information and or security cards.
I mean, it's usually like the UN offices, but yeah, this is close enough.
Well, yes, some of the same techniques carry over. That is certainly true. There are multiple offices here. It does take some time to go through, but eventually you do find a executive key card that was left behind. You find a you go through various, unless someone stops you, you go through various reports and readouts that are left on people's desks, and you come across information directly leading to security procedures for floor 48 and 49. 48s are well laid out for a lab environment. You find the rest of the evacuation protocols that were seemingly followed. But floor 48 appears to be an active lab working on Wi-Fi boosting through technology. And then you find the one for 49, which says restricted eyes only. See director Nathaniel for details.
Dude,
It does seem suspicious.
what do you make of this? I share all my findings with Mark. And anyone else who wants to see him, but he's the security guy. I think if 49 is restricted access, then that's where we want to go.
Sure.
Yeah, no, that sounds really reasonable. Are there any active cameras down there?
Up
Not
there.
on your feed.
Huh. Yeah, I
no,
can't. There aren't any. There isn't any surveillance feed from there either. So whatever's going on there, they really don't want anyone to see.
Yeah, restricted access is where they keep all the good stuff at the Hague.
What? At The Hague?
Yeah, that is where they keep all the good stuff at the Hague.
Right.
That-
So what's our best way of getting there? Landing on the roof and descending from the 50th?
I mean, you're already on the 50th
Oh, we've
floor.
already. Oh,
Yes.
okay.
You've already gone into the building, down the stairs, found
Sorry.
yourself.
I must
all
have missed
good.
that.
It's all good.
Yeah, well, let's go.
Sounds good.
All right.
Is a plan that cannot fail.
Is there stair access to there?
You can certainly go to the stairs and find out.
Oh,
I
look.
mean, can't Goliath over there just punch his way through the wall? She points her thumb over her shoulder at Sky High.
I mean, at the moment,
This gives me no actual strength. It just helps me dodge really fast. It's all about Twitch things.
Twitch.tv.
Yeah,
/ Feats and Fables.
and it's titanium
right, every
shield stout,
Tuesday night.
but it is not, in fact, strong.
Mm.
You
Okay,
are
really?
above that floor, so you could go
Gotcha.
down the steps to see, find out. You could rappel down the elevator shafts.
I'm gonna start.
Do all manner of. You could find a broken window and leap out it and swing down and break into the
Bruh.
door window, feet first, breaching into it. Like there's all kinds of ways.
I'm
that
gonna
you-
start with the method that will not end up with pounds of glass being embedded into our feet.
What? You're no fun.
I'm gonna go over to the staircase that is presumably a fire safety staircase.
Yeah,
that
no, I mean
is
there's two
totally up
emergency
to
stairwells.
code.
So
Yeah.
there's not going to be any glass in my feet because I'm wearing steel shank military boots. It's
Ooh.
Mr. Ferragamo you're going to have to worry about.
These
Yeah,
are
but-
tactical
Also,
Ferragamos,
the
I'll have you
dog-
know.
Are you sure you didn't get airsick when they flew over and you took your boots off to make yourself feel
No,
less sick?
definitely not.
All right.
Okay, sure. Your feet might not get shrapnel in them, but what about the rest of you?
It works in movies.
Regardless, you head down the stairs and open the door to, or rather, you get to the door to the 49th floor, which is locked.
I mean, there is a door here, but it's locked, which cannot be up to safety code. But
Blockchain, how are you at locks?
yeah, I should say, is this a biometric lock? Is it just like a physical lock? Is it a key code? Like,
Wait, the
it
door
is-
to the staircase is locked?
So the staircase door on the
Yeah.
49th floor is locked, leading from the stairway into the 49th floor.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's pretty normal.
It is a physical lock.
Hmm.
I mean, I could try and pick it with some infiltration.
Or you could shoot it off.
Ooh.
Yeah,
I have all
I'm
these
not-
extra grenades now.
I'm not. Okay, we could just strap a grenade to it, I suppose. I don't think I'm good enough with a gun to shoot it off.
I'm just going to keep throwing action movie cliches at you until one of them eventually
Can
hits.
Can I?
Wait, Ben. I try pushing instead of pulling.
Mid-fail
Okay.
school for the gifted.
At some point, you're going to try them and be like, it opens magically.
I just
But not
making
this
sure.
time.
Okay.
I mean, what?
I've got a D2 in infiltration.
I've got more than that. Let me-
Okay.
I have a D6. So,
Go ahead.
but I suspect. I mean, no, please twist.
All right,
After
twist.
you.
Give back
After
your
you.
bullet, and we'll give you some lockpicks.
I hand you my bullet. I don't have the gun.
Yep, true.
We know you can do a lot with just a bullet.
What am I gonna do? Throw it at somebody?
What in Mayberry is going on here?
Oh, dang.
Nice.
Wow.
Well
Oh,
done.
This is exactly the same as the ones at the UN. Exactly the same.
Weirdly, it is. Fire safety code seems to be the exact. Anyways, you get it open
Open
without any
door.
problem. It is a heavy metal door, but you push it open and you are treated to a long, relatively sterile hallway. There are a couple of elevator banks on one side of it, and on the other, there appears to be a glass door.
We'll leave the door propped open a little bit.
All right, sounds good. As you approach the glass door leading deeper into this area, unless you were gonna do, you go to the glass door. Bam!
Mhm,
I made it
mhm.
happen.
Excellent.
You find, in fact, not all is well in Emergent Tech. As your fate
What?
is.
Oh. Oh.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Somebody opened up the jam from the break room.
Finger painting here at Emergent Tech.
I didn't know it was Bring Your Kid to Work Day.
Yeah, the secret floor is just where they throw you the waffle party.
Oh,
Ah, the waffle.
Is that a
Oh,
euphemism? Because I'm not sure if that's a
Is this
euphemism.
how
or
I
not.
mean,
That's
it's
definitely
a
in.
Severance reference, but regardless.
Oh no, that's fresh. That's fresh blood.
All right. Well, I checked the glass door for lockedness.
You do see a key card reader next to it, but you will have to open it up next week on Feats and Fables.
Go through that door, Coda, and we'll follow you to adventure.
I'm gonna go through that door.
Oh God.
You're
Who
gonna go
needs
through the door
card?
first thing next
It's
week.
glass.
Stop.
Just dive through. We can't stop you if you dive.
Go, go,
I
go!
will turn this game around. I
I
swear.
bull rushed the door.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
use a new mechanic.
Ooh.
Ooh.
That's
So-
amazing.
Next week we will push deeper into the. No, everything's totally fun in Emergent Tech. We swear.
And have you not seen the bloody?
I'm shocked. Shocked. I
No,
said.
let's turn around. Let's leave. This is a bad sign.
So
Is
with
that
that
what
said,
Joes do at the first sign of trouble? We just turn
I don't know,
around.
Scarlet. There were bloody handprints on the door, and we left.
Yo,
And she's like, I totally understand.
She's like, I wouldn't
Whenever
go
there's
in there.
trouble,
Seemed
we're
real bad.
This
We
is
get
why
out
Joe's
on
have
the
such a low
double.
fatality rate.
That said, thank you all for joining us as we pick back up into G.I. Joe. We will be back here next Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/FEA.
TSA. FABLES.
There
That's
we
it.
go.
That's
There
it.
we go.
You
Anyways,
have to say it.
twitch.tv, Feats and Fables. Join us next week to follow us.
To
adventure!
adventure!
So
yes.
now you can lead us into porch lag. Oh, we're already on the porch lag screen.
Yes. Yes.
Hot on it.
Hit the button.
Push the.
One thing I'd like to mention is I think our flame monster is actually a hot spring monster
I think you are correct.
because
Why?
that symbol that he has is generally
Right
used for
above
hot
his
springs,
crotch.
and he's holding in his right hand a wooden
Bathing
bowl,
pan,
which
yeah.
is basically the type that you use in a Japanese style bath to
Yep.
pour water on yourself because the Japanese clean themselves before they enter the communal bath for obvious
Yes.
reasons.
Ron,
Yeah.
did you learn that watching the anime all about baths?
I mean, I didn't, but I could have because it was an awesome anime where you learn
That-
everything about baths from
That
the.
was a pretty great anime.
Is that the guy who travels from Rome to look?
Yes.
Yes, it's silly as hell, and I love it.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. Like, just what a stroke of genius to have a bath loving Roman go to modern day Japan baths. Yeah, so I just, yeah. I just thought I'd mention that. But obviously, he was tortured until the only aspect of his personality that was left was the heat part, and that turned him into a fire monster. But it adds layers to the tragic backstory of this creature before he got.
That was really dark.
What did
What
you describe it happened to him, Joe? He used like some sort of obscure chemical, like titrated or something.
What?
What I don't get is
I don't
why
remember
does he
anymore.
make everybody dance?
Sublimated. He sublimated.
Yeah, he sublimated.
He did.
I'm sure
Well,
he did. I don't know what that is.
It means
Is it that when
turn
you
from
make?
it
Is that
turned
when you
from
make
a
mayonnaise?
solid to a vapor.
Yep.
Without
Oh.
going through a liquid phase in between.
Well, wait. If he's a hot spring monster, though, he might be okay as steam. He might reappear later.
Braun, stop
Yes.
giving away the twist.
It's not a twist. He didn't do whatever this bloody handprint thing is.
Or
Probably.
did he? Let me real quick just go change all the monsters into the hot spring fire monster again.
It's just that now, all the way down.
Mhm.
But now we're on a quest to restore him to his hot spring loving self.
So
Yes,
we're
that's-
functioning spirited away now?
Yeah,
Sounds-
kind of.
Okay,
Sounds like-
I'll take
you
that.
You could do a lot worse, really.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Yeah, I'm just going to spend like next session just lovingly describing all of the food that you run across,
Oh yeah.
just like a Miyazaki film.
Awesome.
You
Awesome.
act
So-
like we're not all on
How-
board for that.
Yeah,
I was
I mean,
gonna say
let's do
we're
it.
here
would love
for it.
it. You would absolutely love it.
Well, unless it's in the room with the bloody handprints. Those
Yeah.
don't really get my appetite going.
They were having a executive feast in there. It's fine.
Ooh. Go on.
The flesh.
An executive feast?
Eat the
Did
Yeah.
rich,
it have
you
that
say?
arrangement?
Eat the rich. Y'all, we did Project Zomboid last night, and we did end up actually playing some more of that game this week. Joe, do you want to describe driving in that game?
It works great. It works excellently, and I was very safe and did not cause anyone horrible injuries through the numerous crashes that I happened to do.
So it was
Not a
like
single person died,
at
except for me.
least-
I died.
I'm gonna say at least like 6 broken bones between the four
easily.
of us.
So you're doing so good, and then just tumbled right on down.
But how many of those are broken crotches for the
And
non-
one of them,
specific
A
area?
One of them.
non-zero number of them.
I wish I was surprised.
there were 2 groin injuries.
Gross.
From
You
the
asked.
car.
Now I'm telling you.
Yeah, no,
Torn
I'm.
scrotum.
I wish I
I'm
didn't know anymore.
Well,
impressed.
What a terrible day to have ears.
And a curse.
Weirdly,
that game is weird. It's like it wants to be a couple different games at once, and it doesn't
Right?
know how to be any of those games.
Kind of.
You
Like,
can tell they put a whole lot of effort into it.
There's a ton of effort in that game, and a ton of love in that game,
yep.
and a ton of raw insanity in that game, all
I
mixed
really,
together.
I really enjoyed the reading simulator.
that was weird.
We discovered that on the TVs you could switch the channels to channels that get you skill ups for some reason. That
Yep.
game is
The like the home improvement channel is basically just the one that you want to like switch it to that.
Constantly be on.
Yeah, sit down in front of the TV with a book and just skill up for like a day or two.
Wait a minute. You can read and get TV at the same
Wow,
time.
I know it's a video game, but come on.
Okay,
And
so
and it increases happiness and reduces boredom.
yeah,
All right,
here's
I'm
the
going to try
thing.
this out.
Here's the thing:
Of
is
course,
that
you're
the reading
at
only
that point.
gives you a multiplier in your skill. The TV gives you skill.
Right.
That doesn't seem fair.
But if you're reading like a carpentry book and you're listening to the home improvement channel at the same time, you get like
You were
like
just
carpentry
This
like
Old
that.
House,
Just-
functionally.
yeah. Like a few minutes later, you're Norm Macdonald or whatever. Not
It
Norm
is
Macdonald.
It is funny.
Different person.
I do
Norm
feel like
Abrams. There we go.
I do feel like everything I know about home improvement does come from old episodes of This Old House.
True.
I thought it all came from Norm Macdonald.
I mean, Norm Macdonald is, pretty great.
Very
or
handy.
was pretty great.
Mm-hmm.
R.I.P.
Yeah, so that game, it's a game.
It's definitely a simulation, y'all.
Well, we should remember next time we should play the escape room game.
That's pretty cool
yeah.
too. Yeah.
We
Yeah.
should.
So if you've played it, don't play all the rooms.
I think
Save
I've
it.
Just release
only
some new
done
rooms, I think.
I don't even own it.
Egypt
Mm.
in space. I've done Egypt in space.
All right.
They were fun.
What?
So that's the Stargate room?
No,
No.
those were two different rooms.
Oh, God.
But yeah, if it was one room, it would be the Stargate room for
I
sure.
have not done any of those rooms.
Isn't
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Escape room simulator.
Are there like 5 though for each one of those themes?
Yes, but I've done the Egypt ones and the space ones.
Okay.
Got it.
But yeah, there are ones coming out. I just thought it would be fun to do together with the group.
Yeah,
We like real life escape rooms.
it's true. We do like real life escape rooms. Fun fact.
It's a secret about us.
We've done them together
Not
successfully.
I was gonna say, not a secret.
I
Secret,
don't remember
secret.
the last time.
I would
did.
like to see what escape rooms are left in Atlanta post pandemic and start working our way through them.
I mean,
Yeah.
their overhead wasn't super high. They just would have laid off everybody and hoped their rent wasn't high, I guess.
I mean, the rent on the place near us must have been too high because it closed.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Which is sad. That had that great mass murderer room.
or you all started out handcuffed to each other.
That
Oh
one
my
was
God.
great. That one was
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, that
Hands
was a
up
good
from the
start.
ceiling.
That
We do
was-
need you to
yeah.
understand that you are not being actually handcuffed and you can leave them at any time, but also please don't.
That was a great room.
that was a good
great
room.
room.
That was good. Yeah. See, I think that's the real problem is that I cannot think of a less conducive business to a pandemic though, or a pandemic that would, because you're being trapped in a room with other people. Those rooms are typically small. And
mean,
things
lots of
are
the-
easily transmissioned between people there.
Yeah, I mean,
what,
lots.
what about the breath bar where people literally breathe into your face?
Ooh.
What the fuck
Yeah.
is that? And
You
I
heard him.
don't even know about it.
And how
Have
in
you
the
met
heck
Andrew?
did it survive the pandemic?
I just made that up, but I'm glad to have the
Okay.
reaction that I got.
We believe
I
you, Andrew.
mean,
I am
We
persuasive.
believe you.
You are persuasive.
No, I mean, like
am-
a lot of escape rooms ended up doing like virtual tours of them
Yeah.
functionally, right? Like you could rent someone and they would like go through the room and do what you said and not do anything you don't say.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Or these
We did
people
a few
would
of
be
those,
crazy.
and that was fine.
Yeah. Or if you had like a pod of people, then that's not too crazy, actually.
Yeah.
nope.
So what I'm hearing is that we need to do a doodle after this about when we're going to go do an escape room.
I'm down
I
for
love
it.
it. I'm in.
Not the
Yeah.
22nd.
So the 22nd is what I'm hearing.
Not the 22nd.
I've
I
only got
also-
one open day on my calendar, the 22nd.
All right, Paige, fine. Twist our arm. It's the 22nd. I hope you're happy.
Twist our arm? 'Cause
No,
that's your character twist?
I see what you did there, Ben. Good job. Keep it up.
Yes. No, I will send out something to figure those things out.
Delightful.
I also have to revoke Paige's the wire card for entirely missing the Joseph Abood reference.
I did.
Oh, that guy!
Thank you.
Completely.
Thank
I
you.
know who you're talking about now. I didn't. I mean, I
How
don't know.
would a just roll out of bed looking motherfucker like you know the designer?
Yeah, I don't know the names of characters from shows in general. So
Yeah.
But
I
that-
need to rewatch The Wire. It has been several years.
wait, you
since
don't
I-
know the character even after he said that though?
No, he was talking about McNulty, wasn't he?
Yeah, McNulty and the bunk are watching whatever, like what they think is, or what everyone calls the Greek, and
Right.
but the bunk says, yeah, it's a different look for him, and McNulty says, yeah, Perry Ellis or something, and bunk gives him such a look of disgust.
Yep, I need to rewatch The Wire. I got to finish DS9 first, though.
That's a long road.
Pretty far into it. I'm like
How-
season 3 or 4.
Wow.
It's farther than I made it into that.
Yeah.
Well, a watch
I
list will
love
no
DS9.
longer help you because about this time the watch list starts saying just watch all
Just
the
watch it all,
episodes.
yeah.
No,
Nice.
I've watched every episode.
But you
because
could have saved
it's
some
my
time
favorite.
earlier on.
It's my second favorite Star Trek property. So the other one, my first favorite, is Strange New Worlds.
I'm also watching Deep Space Nine, and I'm a little ahead of Paige in season 4 since I started earlier, and I'm just like, well, now I'm just watching the rest of it because that's how it works.
Well, and plus it's got Garak in it. You never know which show's going to have him, so you can't afford to miss him. So.
Weirdly,
Mhm.
there's these things called watch guides that tell you what episodes he's in.
All
I mean,
right.
the ones that don't have Garak in them have Odo in them. So
I can take. I don't need all the Odo. I'm okay with some Odo.
no, I need all the Odo.
But how many of them have Quark in it, who's the real hero of DS9?
We should be paying attention to Old Slow Tiger's commentary here in the chat, though.
Oh,
Yeah, lay it on
Not
us.
not Galaxy Quest.
Torn
I
scrotum, I do that. Old Slow Tiger tears his scrotum? Is that like
No, he was talking
This
about a
is-
skip room. Stop it.
He's not right,
Just
Steve
stop.
Stone.
Stop. Stop it.
I just thought everyone needed that.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thanks so much, Andrew.
Psychic damage for the win.
Well, you know what? On that beautiful note, it is just
It's like,
coming up on
look at- I'm out.
10:15.
Because like, look at the
And,
time.
5 a.m. is very close.
Is it?
It is.
You
And
kids
yet,
have a good
also
day
so
tomorrow.
far away.
On the other hand, I need some noob advice on how to start Elden Ring. So
Bless you.
Well, first, get a maiden.
yeah, I don't know what I'm supposed to do about that. Like
Like,
there was
how
a whole
far-
bunch of like
how
plot
far
stuff
are
that
you?
happened to me, and I'm just like, I don't have my notepad with me. I'm not sure what's going on.
Like, are you outside yet?
I'm outside. I have I've gone into a couple of caves
Okay.
and
It's a good start.
enemies with giant health bars inside.
Yeah.
Through judicious application of GTFO and holding up my shields, I have managed to kill 2 of them and gotten
Ooh.
items that are so far completely useless. But I did get a bunch of money, which allowed me to change out most of my starting gear, other than the prison helmet I still have.
So Old Slow Tiger recommends that the plot will not make any sense, so don't don't bother.
But I just heard that like somebody told me the plot for it was really good.
Well, it is good, but like you get it in dribbles over the
Yep.
course of like hours, like
Just the
tens of
tiniest little
hours.
snippets.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Read all of the item flavor text.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of it hidden in there.
That sounds like work, but okay.
I mean,
I'm
the game
sorry.
is not interested in not giving you lurk.
I was gonna
So-
say, I'm sorry. The game is work.
But like, if you don't have to want to worry about it, you can still just murder things.
Yeah, I mean, ooh, hey chili draws. Yo, Joe.
Yo, Joe!
Joe!
That said,
Draws!
we have finished our session and are now just hanging out, and I am receiving tips about Elden Ring, which so far have boiled down to the story is difficult and the game wants you to work, and
All right,
And
I'll
we're gonna
ask you
die
a
a lot?
question. Are you capable of leveling up?
am I capable of leveling up?
Yes.
Like personally or in game?
I have not gotten any opportunity to level up yet.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
I started as the prisoner, I think.
Okay.
Sure,
Yeah,
doesn't
it
super matter.
Yeah, who you start doesn't particularly matter. So
That's good
do
because
you want advice about how?
start as a wretch and see how that went.
Do you want advice about how to level up?
I'm looking for general game advice that our viewers may also find interesting.
I
Though
would
those of you that
say-
are turning into pumpkins can certainly clear out, unless you have advice for me, which I feel like you might, Coda.
No.
I mean,
Here you go. Here's my advice. If you want the story, there are lots of people who have done in-depth reviews of the story of all of the Dark Souls games. After you play through it blindly, I would highly recommend play through it without caring about the story, and then go back and watch all that stuff, and you'll be like, oh.
Coda is giving you advice
Oh.
for like the next 60 hours of your life.
yep,
So,
that's accurate.
I
I
mean,
mean,
sounds
like
fun.
but
in general, so like I think the best advice an initial Elden Ring player can get is when you're ever at a grace, there will be like tinkle crinkles in the air leading. Follow the
Scientific
tinkle
term.
crinkles.
yep,
Follow
follow
the
Tinkle
tinkle
Crinkles.
crinkles.
Okay.
And like rest at the different graces, and
Are they like the things in Fable that would lead you around?
Yeah, but way more vague.
way more vague. And a lot of times they point somewhere that you can't obviously get to. So it's
Yet.
I keep
yeah.
losing them, so
yeah. Don't
No,
stress
they
about
only
that.
last for a little bit. You got to remember where they're going. They'll last
Yeah.
for like this long, and your journey will be this long. So
Yeah. But like, and my other
Wow.
thing is like, I would stay outside for a while and just like do outside stuff. You don't need to cave dive from the beginning.
well, that's good because I've so far gotten very little of it other than money. So
Yeah.
I mean,
'Cause
is
cave-
money important?
Yeah. Everything's
used for
important.
goods and services.
Yeah. But like,
It's true.
to get a good start in the game, you don't need to cave dive right away.
Okay.
I'll say that much. Just kind of wander around the area. It's a lot easier to run away from things.
Mhm.
And after a while, when you've been outside for a while, I think you'll feel like you've figured some things out. If you tinkle crinkle outside for a while, you'll get to a good spot.
Yep, you'll
Alright.
you'll unlock some stuff that'll make traversal easier, and you'll be able to level up and do all kinds of other
Mhm.
stuff.
And once you accomplish those two things, then you're pretty much set for the rest of the game.
I also really like the idea of Ben sitting at his computer playing Elden Rings. He's like, okay, I just sat at grace. Follow the tinkle crinkle.
I would watch that playthrough.
Yeah.
I
I would-
mean, so it did do that. So I played a little last night, and I was like, oh, it's telling me where to go. And then I started following it, and then I ran into a guy that wanted to fight me for some reason. And I was like, all right,
Yeah.
let's go fight.
Was
I
it a
mean,
giant golden guy on a
Oh.
horse?
I was going to say, you are a tarnished. I kind of want to fight you. Tarnished?
Yeah.
Did I get the right term?
Yeah, tarnished. They're
Okay.
no good.
I'm a maidenless tarnished.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that sounds dirty.
You're a
Real
tarnished.
gross.
I kind of want to fight
And
you.
and you're wearing a prisoner's mask?
Mhm.
Man.
At least I'm wearing chainmail now and no longer, the prisoner rags that had a big
Yeah, I mean, like, and I think the other general advice I would give you is if you encounter, especially on the outworld, if you encounter something that seems like it's really hard, don't do it right now. Come back and do it
Mhm.
later.
Yeah.
Yes.
And The other thing is, it's like Ron said, it's easy to run away from things. It's harder. So like the game has a number of what they call. So the game has two things you should be kind of conceptually aware of. Is it has what they call classic dungeons, and then they have mini dungeons. And in a classic dungeon, you like won't be able to mount your horse, and you'll be somewhat limited in that respect, right? And those are intended to be harder content. And in general, if you're having difficulty with them, go off, do something else, get some more equipment, level up some, come back, and it'll get a little easier.
Okay.
But there's also the game, like Dark Souls as a genre in general, is interested in you getting good ultimately, right? So there's a certain amount of like every boss has something they want to teach you, unless except for the last couple of bosses, which are mostly get fucked. They don't have anything to teach you; they just want you to die. But most of the botches have something to teach you. And one thing I've always found very useful is if you're fighting a boss and you keep failing over and over again, and you feel like you're just not doing something right, think about what you might not be doing right, because they are probably, like, especially the first dozen or so bosses are trying to teach you a lesson about how you should fight bosses in that game in general. So
Yeah, I feel like the big fights in this are always puzzles, more or less.
yep,
Of
until the
like-
last couple when they're just get murdered.
Well,
And there's one boss where you can summon a guy and he will help you. He will fight for you.
So you can summon once you get the ability to summon, you can summon for every boss. I did a summoner on my first playthrough, or I played a person who summoned in my first playthrough, and I really enjoyed the experience because having another person there to take aggro occasionally as you back off and drink Estus or whatever works really
That's
well.
helpful. Yeah.
Yeah,
It
because
also
telling
makes
me
me a
about-
filthy casual. I'm fine with that.
No, Paige was talking about how for
Let me
certain boss
solo her.
fights you can summon other player characters to assist you.
That's true.
Yeah,
Because we
like
were
there's one
regaled with
guy.
the tale of the one famous guy who probably
Yeah,
isn't doing it anymore.
He might be.
I hope not.
Somebody
for his
else
sake.
might have
No,
picked it up.
it doesn't have to be him. Well, even now, probably at any major boss, you can probably get a wide array of people willing to help you.
Yeah, I mean, like if you want to summon people to help, you totally can. It's important to remember that if you summon people, the boss gets more hit points and hits harder, a little bit harder. And so there's a balance there, right? Like if you summon a bunch of people, they better all be pulling their weight. Or if you summon like one guy, he better be pulling his weight. And if you want him to carry you, he better be pulling a lot of his weight. So that's kind of a balance. The thing I found the most fun in my first playthrough personally was I got a couple of pretty good, like, they call them soul ash, I think. I can't remember. I got a couple pretty good soul ash that I used on a couple different fights, or I kind of rotated between, and I found that to be really useful. Having just like a single thing that like kind of did the same thing every time because it was also a robot. So I could count on what it was going to do. As opposed to a human, you can kind of never count on what a human's going to do. But you can certainly high roll
me, I
humans
know.
and get someone who's like super OP and will just beat the boss for you. They fought the boss 100 times, and you're kind of running away, and they're just up at the boss, rolling and dodging and killing, and they don't give a fuck, right?
So you basically have to choose. You can either summon your own pet, basically, or you
Yep.
can summon a human, or you can just go in by yourself. Obviously, that's the very hard option.
Also, you could twist Joe's arm, and I'm sure he'd be happy to play with you.
Yeah, I'm happy to play.
But
Well, sounds good.
and the type of summon that's best for you depends on your own personal play style.
Yeah.
You want something complementary most of the time.
All right, y'all. For reals, I'm gonna leave y'all to your Dark Souls conversation. I'm out. Have a good night, everyone.
Night, y'all.
Good night. Thanks for joining us.
Bye.